Hey, it's Rhea. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you a few makeup tips that I've learned over the last year of transitioning, and also give you a look at what I'll be wearing for New Year's Eve this year. I start off with a Mach 3 razor to get rid of any hairs. I've wet it before using it on my skin to prevent any irritation, and really I just go over, take away anything that the laser hair removal I'm getting hasn't removed yet. Then I move on to the ordinary. I use the buffet serum in the morning and retinol squalene serum at night. And you can apply it very easily with the pipette that is provided in each bottle. Also, a word of warning, this and moisturizer, applying too much can cause spots, so just be careful of that and know your own limits. Massage it into the skin, not rubbing too hard, but still vigorous enough. This is CeraVe. You can also get the SPF version. At the time of this video I didn't have any left, but this is just as good. You work that into the face the same way you do with the ordinary serums. There's the sun cream that I use, SPF 20 sometimes, to prevent from sun damage on the skin. I use Sensodyne gentle whitening on my teeth because over time I like the colour that builds up and it looks nice and fresh and clean. For my eyebrows I use a Tweezerman tweezers, and basically just keep in mind as I'm plucking the shape that I want to come out with in the end. For brushes, they are number 7 and Real Techniques. Real Techniques are for my eyes, and the number 7 is for the rest of the face. I use red number 1 by Rimmel London on my lips sometimes, but in this video I'm using it to cover up any shadow that I might have on my face. This is a good tip that I learned from RuPaul's Drag Race and also a couple of other videos online. It does seem to work when mixed with the right kind of foundation or concealer. I have number 7 Stay Perfect Cameo Concealer, Rimmel's Kind and Free Concealer, or Revolution's Base Stick. For this video I'm using Honey Beige Foundation by Elizabeth Arden. I got it recently as a gift and decided to use a brush in this video, but didn't like how it really turns out in the end. So if I was to do this again, I would use a sponge because it comes out more even. And also for my forehead, I use an NYX matte bronzer on my forehead hairline to reduce the size of it, because right now I haven't made up my mind about facial feminization surgery. Don't know if I'll get it or not, but for the days that I'm not totally loving my face, this kind of seems to help. You'll see a lot of this if you are a RuPaul fan. A simple technique, you can really just use it to shade in, and really it's in a way an optical illusion. Nothing on your face is necessarily changing, but when it's blended right with the right kind of brush, this is one of my number 7 ones, it does kind of meet in the middle, bringing the hairline forward and moving the forehead back. I use Maybelline New York Kohl 100 pencil on my waterline. I sometimes feel like this reduces the size of the eye, kind of closing it in, but sometimes for night and outings I like to put it on because I think it makes the eyes pop against the white. Also, forget trying to stay neat and tidy if you get it on your cheeks. So, next we have Rimmel's Scandalized Precision Micro Eyeliner Marker. I prefer this because it's a thicker nib, also easier to control than a finer one. I really struggle with those in the beginning. I find these work way better. So I start by drawing a line away from the top of the eyelid, bringing it down to the external part of the eyelid on the corner, the left hand corner, and bringing it down to about the middle of the eyelid. And then I start to colour in the middle with the black. And don't worry about the part that's on the lid. If you think it looks too much or too heavy, you don't see that once the eye is open. Really, I look for symmetry, so it seems to balance out the face, and then that plus mascara works really well. So I started with Essence All Eyes on Me Waterproof Multi-Effects Mascara. This was quite cheap and I found it because I was trying to experiment and learn how to work it. Then I moved on to Sky High Mascara by Maybelline. This is Seems to be a more effective version, even though the other one works really well. So in this video I use the Sky High. Take some, scraping off some of the excess, and when I'm applying I put the brush against the lash, brushing upwards as I blink my eye closed, bringing the lash downwards, so kind of meeting both in the middle. That seems to work the best for me. Also on the bottom you can use the brush vertically or horizontally, just getting the black onto the lashes themselves. And the same again the other side, blinking down as the brush comes up. Go easy, holding the brush at a horizontal angle. And getting the bottom lashes too. Now for nails, I started with Sleepy My Mood nail polish. This is a nude color, 62 gel blue and black by Polished. But in this video I use Essie's Fifth Avenue red nail polish, which you'll see in just a second. I like the color, it's really bright, makes me happy. And when applying, I make a dot of polish on the lunula and then brush sideways, sideways and up the middle. This seems to give the most even distribution, as you can see here. And when you're draining it, make sure just before use that you scrape off any excess that hangs onto the brush to save spillage. So there you go, even coats. And this idea is to put your hand down flat onto any surface you can, in order to have the most control over the application of the polish on your nails. Finally, I use a curling tongs on my eyelashes. I got this one in Boots. Just insert the lashes through, my eye is open behind it, squeezing up. It might feel a bit unusual, but looks really good. Same the other side. Symmetry is everything. Sure's Invisible Aqua deodorant goes on here usually. I use this every day. Nights out are nothing different. But also when I'm feeling a bit more fancy I use a perfume. So I started with Ghost's Deep Night perfume. As you can see here, cool little bottle, half moon shape. But recently as a gift from someone I got Daisy by Marc Jacobs. It comes in a cute little bottle, which I'll show you here. And then this is how we apply it. So take the lid off, we're going to hold it this way away from us and spray it into the air, walking through it. So hold it back and walk through and go on your way and enjoy your night. So I bring some sheer tights here for the legs. You can see the nail polish on my toes too, it looks really cute. Then I put my other foot in. Also short nails, and watching any hangnails that you may have on your fingers, because you don't want to ladder your tights. It doesn't look particularly good. And then you have to buy more tights. That's a bit of a pain. So once they're up and on, we move on to the shoes. I got these shoes with a more sensible heel than a stiletto on Long Tall Sally. I would see these for work use as well as nights out. They kind of do both. You can't go wrong with a black shoe, so that's why I chose to put this one in. And then I love the ankle straps. They look nice, but also they really just take the stress out of keeping high heels on. You can dance the night away, your feet don't get sore, and you don't end up losing a shoe. Once the other strap is on, we're ready to stand up, check ourselves out, and then go and pick something to wear. So next, for something to wear, I chose a black dress with some white details on the front, and you'll see it right here. So turning it backwards, stepping into it, pulling it up, and then working that zip. There's a button on top as well that you can close, and then pulling the zip upwards closes you in, brings the whole piece together, and then you straighten it out, unfurl any creases, and then have a look at yourself. So, what do you think? I wonder if you guys have any tips, any advice, any suggestions, brands that you find really good for, any kind of aesthetics. And then I hope you guys enjoy your New Year's. I had a good 2020. I hope all the things you desire in the new year come true. And I am just about ready to head out. So until the next video, see you soon. Love you. Bye.